Call the Scottsboro work session Monday, October 6th to order. The invocation given by Mr. McCray and the pledge of allegiance given by Mr. Carey Stewart.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and for the many blessings that you've given us. We pray that you'll be with us tonight to lead, guide, and direct us as we conduct the city's business. We ask that you watch over our city employees as they go about their daily activities. We also ask that you bring our military home safely, both on home and foreign soil. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is Parker Edmondson, who speak about the races he's had in the past, and thank our employees for their assistance.
Okay, thanks. Mayor, City Council, I actually thought this was going to be around the table. I thought it was a work session and we wouldn't anybody here. So I'm surprised. But I like to do what I'm doing publicly. I'm here to thank the city for allowing us to have races at Goose Pond. I'll tell you a little bit about that. But directly, that I can tell you before I get started, we could not put on races in Scottsboro without the help of City Council, and certainly without the help of the City Police Department or the City Fire Department. We could not do it. I had at Goose Pond this year several hundred athletes, and to an athlete, they praised the fire department, and they praised the city police officers that were out there helping us with traffic. Now, for you that don't know, triathlon is a swim, bike, run event. We swim out at Goose Pond. We bike out through Pikeville, out to Fackler, turn around and come back to Goose Pond. And so each of those intersections that we ride our bikes through, we need the officers there to direct traffic, and they do a great job. It keeps us safe. You all will know that we've had cyclists killed in North Alabama and throughout the U.S. on a pretty regular basis lately. And so it's extremely important to have our safety personnel out there. Now we have the Fackler Police Department, we have the Fackler Fire Department help us. We have the Hollywood Police Department, we have the Hollywood Fire Department. But inside the city, the Scottsboro City Police Department does an excellent job. We could not do our job having these races without their support. We could not put on races at Goose Pond without the police and the fire department. So they really do deserve a tremendous amount of respect from us, and also the applause of the athletes. And I wanted to say that publicly and on behalf of our athletes. I want to talk just a second though about our triathlon and tell you just a little bit about what we try to do. I've been in triathlons for probably 10 years. You all hopefully have heard that Ironman Chattanooga was just in Chattanooga last weekend. What does that mean for Chattanooga? Well, the tourism folks there said it brought in $8 million in tourism dollars. $8 million in tourism dollars. And that's for that weekend. I could not get a hotel in Chattanooga last weekend. I had to stay outside of Chattanooga for the weekend. All the rooms were at capacity. And that's what it means to a city bringing a big event. When you go down to a race, we always spend money. We spend money by going out to the stores. We spend money by going out to eat. We spend money in our lodging. And we spend money by buying gas. Just like any other tournament, a fishing tournament. We have a ton of those here in Scottsboro, bringing a lot of dollars. And so we're sort of that type of an event. I have two events here in Scottsboro. I have the Goose Pond Island Triathlon. We just finished our third year this year. We coupled it this year with the Frantic Frog. It's been around for, I think, 14 years now. We would like next year to make that a bigger and better event. And we can only do that with the help and support of City Council. and the continued support from law enforcement and safety personnel. What can we do? Well, we can advertise. Now, the city council does, and the city does several things for us besides the safety personnel. Y'all have helped us by allowing us to use the Civic Center. 2 years ago, we had a huge expo prior to our race where we brought in vendors, and the vendors promoted local stores and also promoted racing. It promoted just life in Scottsboro. So you came here, you got to see the local folks that had businesses, shoe stores. Now we got brand new sports goods stores here in town. We hope to have them involved next year. We need Scottsboro's help in advertising. There's got to be some money there in advertising dollars. Now I know I spoke with the mayor before, who's been very supportive of our events, and he's directed me to the chamber. The chamber has helped some, but it's a different community. If we could zero focus advertising into our folks, and the folks that we want to target, we would see a huge return in race numbers. The more numbers we have, the more beds we can fill, the more meals we can serve, and the more clothing we can sell. Now, my business is not a walk-in business. I don't need that walk-in business. I'm never going to get it. But someone who sells 100 extra meals for the weekend, that matters to them. I mean, small business is what drives the tax base. It's what drives our economic community here at Scottsboro. And so if I can buy 300 meals from a local vendor to come in and serve our athletes, that helps that local company. If you get an extra $500 in your till that day, that matters to you as a small business. And I know all y'all are small businessmen and women, so you understand that. Our advertising needs to be directed towards our folks that will come here. We have two sites. For triathlons, it is tryfind.com. Try, T-R-I, find, F-I-N-D.com. When you're an athlete and you're looking to go to a race, you go to TriFind and you look in your state and you look for those triathlons that are in your state. And there's simple banner ads on the side on the top of that. And I think that's great money spent to advertise a race. It's pretty cost effective. It costs less than $100 a month to advertise on that. And so when you're looking for a race next month, you go TriFind, look in November, and you'll see a list of all the races, or majority of the races to go to. The second site is runningintheusa.com. Now I use runningintheusa.com for the Scottsboro Half Marathon. I hope you all know that we've had a half marathon in Scottsboro. Next year, March 14th, will be the third year of that event. A year ago, we had almost 500 runners, which is a huge running event. This year, our numbers were down. We competed against a Fleet Feet race over in Huntsville, but we changed our date for next year. We hope to have 500 runners next year. So runningintheusa.com, same thing. Instead of tries, you're a runner. You go to Running in the USA to find out where I can run this weekend. And so races advertising. And again, it's probably $100 a month. And if we can get the city to help us with advertising, I think we'll see a huge return, not only in the number increases in our running events and our tri events, but that will bring more people here. I spoke with the mayor, I think, last year and told him at our half marathon, we had 37 states represented. At that half marathon. 37 states represented where folks said, I'm from Maryland, I'm from New Jersey. We had a nurse from New Jersey come down to the Scottsboro Half Marathon. They visited folks they knew in the area and then ran our event. That's what you do. I travel, my wife and I do, and we race. Next year I've already signed up for Maryland. I'll go to Maryland. I mean, I've been all over the U.S. racing. I spend money. She certainly spends money when we go, and that's what you do. You go to a vacation. We call it racecation. You know, we're not professional athletes, so we go to a race, we spend the weekend, and we enjoy what we have in the area. So those folks coming in, they need to go to Pikeville Store. People lost their mind at Pikeville Store when we directed them out there. Buena Vista, you know, all these local places that they love to eat. They're unique. Now, we see them every week, and we may go every couple of weeks to Buena Vista. But these folks haven't been there before. They haven't been to Pikeville and a hamburger basket out there. And these people really enjoy the local flavor. And that's what we want to sort of hook them with and get them coming back year in, year out. So again, I'd like to thank the police department for a bang-up job they did. Again, every athlete that I talked to praised the police department. Every athlete that I talked to praised the fire department for helping us put on a safe race. And we'd asked maybe in the near future to sit down with city council, and y'all consider helping us with advertising for next year. Do y'all have any questions for me? Y'all want to do a race next year? Do a half marathon? We have a 5K too. I know the mayor's a big run. So we have a half marathon March 14th. We already have the posters coming out. They will be in all the stores. We'll have them throughout Huntsville as well, all through North Alabama. And we'll of course have someplace special, you know, the logo for the city on that, because we're proud of being here from Scottsboro and promoting the city of Scottsboro. Okay?
I just want to say, Parker, thank you for what you do, because it's not easy to put these type of races on. It's an all year round thing, and it's your passion, and so we appreciate the efforts that you put forth to get these people here. And we'll certainly, when you get ready for a request, you know, come back and visit with us more specifics or whatever. So,
I appreciate that. And it is a passion. I can tell you, and just look at local races. You know, the Catfish 5K, it's gone. The Throbbing Heart 5K, it's gone. There's races that have come and gone. Say the Tatas, a great little race, it's gone. The reason they leave is you lose money. You lose money at events. You cannot make money at a 5K. You cannot make money at a 5K. And so these races are here for a year or two or three, and they go away simply because they lose interest, because they lose money. You can only go to ABC Corporation and say, give me a donation for this race. That's the only way you can make it. Well, there's only so many ABC corporations to go around. And so this is a passion, and we do it simply. We lose a little money every year on each one of our events, but we are able to promote HASA. We're able to promote HASA, and we give money to nonprofits for helping at the races. So we're happy to do that and lose a little bit of money each year. But again, the more folks we bring in, the more it helps not only the nonprofits in the group, in the area, but also small business here in Scottsboro. All right, thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Mark. Next item is Josh Little, regarding Russell Street.
A couple weeks ago, Keith had asked me to look into Russell Street. I think maybe a resident on that street had requested or asked to make it one way. And just give you an update on what I found out. Many of you may know where it's at, but it's between Garland Ferry and Earl Street. Runs north and south. It's about a 15 feet wide asphalt street. It's roughly 800 feet long. The right-of-way through there is 35 feet wide. I haven't done a traffic count on the street, but it's probably minimal to local residents. There's about 11 houses on there, and 9 are currently occupied on there. The speed limit is 30 miles per hour on there. Any questions on those?
You said like a one-way.
There was a resident on that street to make it one way. That has not been determined whether it's out Garland Ferry or out Earl Street.
That's what I was.
They were just requested that,
That's what.
unless they got one city.
The reason I even met these people 6 weeks ago when I was going to Louisville, I ran upon them, they live at the very end house, and they're concerned because there's a bridge that's barely wide enough for one car. And on the other end, the south end, where these people live, there's like 4 trees, and they touch the asphalt. That's how close they are to the road. I'm talking big trees. And there's no way to widen it because the houses are right next to the road. So what they requested, was make it a one-way street. And I proposed to them, and they agreed that we might could get someone from the city to go door to door, take an official, one person take an official count to see who wanted it, who didn't want it, what direction when they're doing that. And if they wanted to go about the official business of doing it, and if they don't, then we do what we said we do. Can we do that, Mr. County?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Would traffic count have any?
I don't think the traffic count would have any effect on most of the people. People who live there, they go back and forth, some go through. And it's one half a block up, there's another way in and out as well, so.
I was raised near there, the traffic count would be minimal. The street is narrow, especially the bridge.
Could we just ask Josh or someone to do that, just to see how these people feel about it? Because the only one we've talked to at this point is one house.
I can do that and report back. Thank you, Josh. Next item is recognition of retirees. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. In the last 6 years, I feel like I've done a very poor job of recognizing those employees who have retired during that time. We've had several employees who have retired with more than 25 years of experience, and tonight we're recognizing all of those who have retired since January 1st of this year. I appreciate them coming out tonight and bringing their families with them. And the only thing I would ask when I call out your name, just kind of stand up here at the front, and then after it's over with, I want you to have your pictures made with the department head for your department, if you don't mind. This is the last thing on the agenda, so it'll be very quick. So I do appreciate the years of service that these individuals have served our city. I'll talk more about them individually as I call their name. So if you'll just come up. Roger Jones. Roger retired with 33 years of service to the Scottsboro Police Department. He started out as an officer, worked as an investigator, and then finished up as a school resource officer. So, Roger, we appreciate your service and thank you for being here tonight. Dwight King retired with 25 years of service to the police department. He started out as a police officer, went to a jail administrator, and finished up as a lieutenant with the department with 25 years of service. Congratulations. Thank you. Paul Majors. Paul retired with 34 years in the Scottsboro Fire Department. He started out as he started out as a secretary. I think he did. He worked in the office, so worked his way on up to captain of the department and worked there for 34 years. So congratulations, Paul. Did Roger make it, Gene? I haven't seen him here. Okay. Tommy Cochran. Tommy worked 29 years with the Scottsboro Street Department. How many years did you work on the square, Tommy? You know? Most of it, huh? 25. Congratulations for 29 years of service. Nathan Geckel. Nathan worked 28 years with the street department. He said he worked 3 years on the truck, and the last 25 years he worked in the garage, keeping our vehicles running. He said that he worked 28 years for the city and never got hurt. In the first 2 weeks, he broke his wrist, I think, at home. So he started his retirement out. We have 4 who are not here tonight. That is Mike Carter, who was our building inspector, chief building inspector. He worked 36 years. He was our longest serving city employee. Chris White, who retired earlier with 34 years of service in the fire department. He started out in the cemetery department and finished up as chief of the fire department. And Roger Myers had 27 years as a captain. They couldn't be here with us, but these employees here took part in the early retirement, the buyout that we gave earlier this year. We had 20 who were eligible, and 10 of those took the early buyout. So I'd say that's probably pretty successful for everyone involved. But the main thing, the 10 people that we're recognizing here tonight, you're seeing 304 years of service to the city of Scottsboro, and I think that's pretty magnificent. So let's give them all a big hand. Well, after the meeting, we'll get those other pictures, okay? Thank y'all.
We'll go to reports, Mayor.
Last Monday night, we had a budget meeting, and you should, if you don't have your copy, Mr. Wheeler has a copy of the budget that we look hoping to approve next Monday night. I'll go over next week, maybe more details with numbers, but if you have any questions about the budget, you can call me, but I'd probably go and call Mr. Wheeler. So we'll try to answer any questions that you might have. Secondly, I meant to bring this up during the budget meeting, but this year Christmas falls on Wednesday. Christmas Eve is Wednesday, Christmas Day is Thursday the 25th, Friday is December the 26th, and I would like for you all to consider giving the employees an extra holiday on Friday, December the 26th, and then January 2nd is also on a Friday, and if you consider that, we'd appreciate it.
I think that would be good because most of the time it's fairly slow anyway. It's hard to be off, say, a day or two and come back and work one day, so.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry, go ahead. I think if I'm not mistaken, the county has followed that same schedule too. Is that right? I saw Lindsay here. Do you know? Is that, okay. So it will work in conjunction with theirs also.
We can put it on next week's agenda.
Yes, that'd be fun. Just mainly doing it ahead so the city employees can, so they can prepare.
Plan.
Yes, plan. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Smith?
I'd just like to remind everyone when election day, I'm sure everybody remembers that. It'd be nice to see it off your election when we have big crackers. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Craig?
Just thank you all for being here tonight. Congratulations to all you city employees. You've done an awesome job, and we miss you, but we are excited about you having some time for your wives to make those honey-do lists. That's all.
Mr. Stewart?
Well, we appreciate you being here tonight. We do appreciate your years of service. I know a few of y'all, I've known you a long time, and I'm really proud for you. Hope one day that I can make it retirement. Please, everybody go vote tomorrow. That's all I have.
Mr. Miller? I just want to say thank you for the years of service that y'all put in for the city. Thank everyone for coming out tonight. I want to remind everyone that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you can get your shirts at the fire department. So go over there and get them. I meant to get one and wear it tonight, so next month I'll be sporting mine. So that's all I have. Thank y'all for coming out. Make sure that you get out and vote tomorrow. That was, thank you.